fire, you little light skin. Get out the way.
What?
Isaiah's supposed to be starting the video. He was like, let me start the video. And so I turned it on. I was like, you go ahead. I'm going to get my water. And so he's standing there. He saw about to come on. He just ducked down. I'm like, and I just stood there waiting to see if he was going to stand back up. But he wanted to start the video, but he chickened out. Happy Saturday, beautiful people. Hold on, I forgot my notebook. All right, I got it. What I should have did was write my notes in here. That's what I should have did. All right, beautiful people. Hold on. All right, y'all. Happy Saturday. It is the end of the month. It is April the 29th, 2023. It is day 27 of year 5 of reading through books, laws, and prophets. Another 5-year consecutive day count. It is day 1410. Today, y'all, we are only going to be reading in the Holy Megillah, and we're going to pick up here with chapter.
This video is going to be 1 or 2 hours
long. No, it ain't going to be that long. It ain't going to be that long.
You do that. You
don't do me.
Your videos mostly be 1 or 2 hours long.
Well, we're working it back down to 1 hour, Isaiah. Okay, we still in chapter 4. Chapter 4 in the book of Enoch. What are you doing? No, I don't need to do that. That's why we're using StreamYard. That is a better picture, though. Yeah, let's get a little snippet. Okay. Oh, well, I wish this, was as clear as this. I might need to get a camera or something now. That is definitely a better picture. That's brighter.
Mom, you're going to have to get a GoPro, put it right here, and then
I'm going to have to do something.
Filming thing.
Okay. Wow, that's the brightness that I need for this picture. Oh, my gosh, that's like night and day. All right, y'all, I'm sorry.
This might help you.
No. Hold on. Just press some buttons. Is it?
This might help you.
No. Did they get brighter for y'all? Did they get brighter for y'all? Did it just get bright for me?
You have to get up the lighting on it.
Isaiah helping me. He gonna be at my studio guy. Did that picture get brighter for y'all? It was just brighter for me. I think it may have just gotten brighter for me. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I don't know. They're not paying attention to me. But it looks brighter from my end. It almost matches the brightness of the cell phone picture. I don't know. Maybe if y'all didn't see a change in the picture, then it's probably just on my end. So
what is this made out of?
Boy, I don't know. I stole your daddy jacket.
Looks like cotton.
Look, it's probably, I don't know what it is. All right, beautiful people. But we paused on page 181. 181, chapter 4, the Nazarene book of Enoch, which is found in the Holy Covenant. It's the second part of the Holy Megillah, also known as the Nazarene Old Testament. Page 81, we paused at verse 84. We're going to pick up, let's see, because we're at the third seal. Now, I'm going to start right at 85. I'll just give a quick overview, real quick, of the previous 2 seals. All right, beautiful people. Father, we thank you for being able to grow unbiasedly. I feel like I probably did that before, but the more I think about it and I'm looking at, I say this all the time, looking into more stuff, it got brighter, then went back when you moved it. I don't know. But the more information I get, the more information I get. And it's like, man, I just got to go back and double check and recheck things and making sure it's lining up with the truth that I understand. So I thank the Creator for giving, well, you can choose to be biased against information, and a lot of people do. But I thank the Creator for giving us the ability to choose to be unbiased, right? And literally just let things play out and we observe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my thing for today. Because Creator is always unbiased towards all things. He just let it play out to the end. All right, beautiful people. Let me back, see who we got here. It's 21 people here already.
What?
Nazarene is
We
saying.
just started it. Hold up.
Stop, boy. What you doing? Stop. Nazarene is saying, Grand Rising, Avia, greetings. Vinay, greetings. Don, what's good, sis? Oh, yes. Don't forget the Essene services tomorrow. I saw the StreamYard is posting to all the places I post that, son. Yeah, the services tomorrow, if y'all want to drop in. I actually copied the email so I could share it in a group just to remind everybody. But then I got sidetracked. And I forgot to do it. But thank you, Dawn, for reminding everybody. Kings and Queens Coaching Group, shalom. Auntie Belinda Brown, shalom, shalom. Kendra, hey, girl, hey. Hold on. Ali, shalom. Vinette, blessings.
Nobody saying my name.
What you say? Nobody saying your name. Derek, shalom. Look, see, there go your name right there. Don said, cute Isaiah. He's just looking for his name. Tikva, hey, girl, hey. Just me, shalom, shalom. Yes, Bella. Dana, hey, girl, hey. Surely, when I'm done, you can get it. Yeah, so right before I start class, you gonna hand it over. Jamia, hey girl, hey, peace be with you all.
Right, then the 4th of July down here. Good God.
Tabitha, hey girl, hey. It is bright, ain't it?
Good Lord,
I need it actually brighter in my background just a little bit. Facebook user, shalom, shalom. Tanya Bumberry, Grand Rising, sis. Dr. Yahoo, you already know. Hold on. Pam was up late researching the chakras and vortex. I know y'all see the little snippets. I decided to go ahead and share them little snippet videos that I downloaded from TikTok. Listen, when I saw that pop up, Jeremiah was actually the one. He said, Ma, you got to look at this. You know, so when I saw it, I immediately thought it was Santos Bonacci because that's why I recognized those things from. I was like, okay, Santos getting on TikTok. Let me go ahead and follow him. Right. So, but I realized it wasn't Santos. It was this young guy, right, who studied all of this. And I'm like, wait a minute, who is this guy? Because his name is different across the different platforms. So I had to scour through the comments till somebody actually said who it was. And multiple people's like, where is this book? What is this book? So I literally was going through the comments probably for about 10 minutes before somebody said the Hearth book. You're welcome. I'm like, the Hearth book. I wonder if that's the name. I looked it up and lo and behold, that was the book. I'm like, oh my God, I've been looking for this for years. Ever since I heard about Santos Bonacci and looking at his diagrams and stuff, because they're so colorful and the way he breaks down everything is absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure if that's all of them, but I was looking for more things like that so I could share them with y'all. But I definitely got a copy on the way. And I did make a comment in there. I looked at it on Amazon. It looks like it's one, I would say one copy on Amazon. No, I ain't gonna say one copy. It may be a couple copies there, but they're priced at like $99. I'm like, and I thought in my head, I'm gonna pay for this. But before I did that, I was like, let me go here and search through the reviews and stuff. After reading some of them reviews, people say, I didn't get the book. It came 3 months later. I'm like, oh, I don't know about all this. I was like, do I really want it this bad? Can I wait 2 months? I'm like, do I want to take the chance of not even getting it? A lot of people say it was asking for a refund. I'm like, Amazon need to do something about this. Because if I'm going to get something, Amazon is the first place I'm going to go to see if I can get it from there. But then I actually found the website, BookBaby. BookBaby has it for half the price. So that's why I said you may want to consider getting it from BookBaby. I read the reviews and stuff there. It don't seem like there's any issue. And they have it at different shipping speeds. So the regular shipping speed is about a week. And then you can cut it down to maybe like, I think like 4 to 5 days, or then you can pay like a higher price and get it in 2 days. So if you're interested, that's where it is. So yeah, Yes, Don, all the Murphys are awake this morning, with the exception of Jeremiah. On the weekend, he just take his time coming downstairs to give his hugs. Elijah, peace and blessing. It's me, shalom, shalom. By divine being, yes, thank you. So you heard about it before. He's actually on YouTube. It's divine being divine. And I just realized just recently here, like within the last month, he's been on, and although I don't watch Killer Priest's channel a lot, the only time I ever went there was when people talking about him with different things. But he actually interviewed him like twice. There was like a part 1, which was like a month ago, and like a part 2 where he continued on talking about some of this stuff, which was like 2 weeks ago. Okay, yeah. So, but check that out. Listen, when I get that book, for some of that stuff, we already been dipping into a little bit and talking about it. Now, I got something to hold in my hands, and I'm gonna show it. Y'all want to get it? Go get it, huh? It was $59. Yeah, but you got to order it directly from Book Baby. All right, beautiful people. So let's get started here today. And everybody else here hanging out in the background. Happy Saturday. What's that back? Well, it ain't gonna come through Amazon.
Just so I know what book I'm looking for.
So you don't even know what you looking for. You just gonna be looking for a package.
That's fine too.
What you gonna do? You gonna read it? What you gonna do about book?
We haven't finished reading the book that we read together anyway, so we gotta finish.
You keep falling asleep on me.
We'll get to it. Go ahead, finish your morning.
No, you gonna bring up the book talking about something we'll get to. Listen, there's a good book for you married couples out there. That gets into some of the look it up. Cupid's Poison Arrow. Look that up. Cupid's Poison Arrow. So it's a red book. I mean, it's a lot of married couples here. They might be interested in it. Especially if you looking into Tantra and all this other stuff and how the body works and how to really mate it together to go higher. Cupid's Poison Arrow. It's a good project y'all might want to do together. You've been watching him for 6 months. That young guy he looked like he done been up. If he actually did, I'm not sure if he did that book with the drawings, because from what I was seeing, it looked like it was him. Yes, Cupid's Poison is poison with an ED on the end of poison. Cupid's Poison Arrow. Matter of fact, if you YouTube the lady who wrote it, she gives like a few different snippets on it. Let me give y'all the link, just make sure. I think it's the only book called that anyway. So, but just in case you having issues with the search, I'm gonna give you the link. Cupid's Poison Arrow. Okay, by Marina Robinson and Douglas Weil, PhD. Weil E. Okay. Here it is, and we're gonna get started, y'all. This something good for my on Amazon. Yes, for my married couples here. Some good stuff, y'all. Copy link. Yes, thank you, Dana. $18.95 on Amazon. Yep. And they got it on Kindle too. So if you want to download it on Kindle, the Kindle version is $12.99. Well, I got Prime, so I'm not sure if it would be different for those who don't have Prime. But the $18.95 is also the Prime price. So, all right, y'all. Okay. All right, so let's get to the reading. Like I said, we're still in chapter 4 of the book of Enoch. And yesterday we started talking about the 7 seals of the group ovum, which started on page 176. So we found out that the seals are inside of us, and you have to go through and unlock them one by one, literally climbing the ladder or the spiral of light. And then when you get to the top, you open the door and wisdom can come in. You can actually leave. You can travel outside of your body into the heavenly realms and spheres, and the information when you get up the ladder, that's the information you can bring back down, assimilate, learn it yourself, and you can also begin to teach it. Now, one of the videos that one of them short TikToks that I posted with what's his name, Divine Being, he got towards the end of it. I think I'm gonna pull it down and I'm gonna cut the end of it off, because his understanding of reincarnation is different from what we now believe. So I think I'll pull it off because I don't want anybody to get confused, right? But it seems like I was saying, it seems like if he was the one that actually wrote and penned and drew this book, he has like a really high understanding of a lot of this process, and even the vortexes and stuff you can see through. Some of them drawings looks familiar or similar to some of the drawings that we see in Owaspy with the Earth's vortex and all of this good stuff. It's amazing. You can see it everywhere throughout science books, just different things, but it goes a little more in depth, and it actually brings all the scattered pieces together for the most part. Being able to pin that information, either you get the heavenly downloads coming into you and you can pin it, you can draw it, or you climb up the mountain, you get it and you bring it back and you can draw it. But that is definitely a higher understanding of a lot of stuff. So I'm really excited to get that, because as we get into what is it, the key book, hold on, got the name, but we got the PDF. The 9 eyes of the 9 eyes of light, where it goes through and it talks about the human body. It just breaks it down, like the ka, the ba, all the different things, the spirit, and it kind of like goes into detail. That book doesn't have pictures. I think the Hearth book will be it'll be something really good to pair it to, because based on some of the things that I've read in there, the 9 eyes of light, and some of the stuff that I've seen in that already, I think it's like a good visual to have with that. So, and also there's not a PDF of it yet. The whole book, I gave you like a snippet, and that's what I was able to screenshot from offline. But like I said, there's not a PDF of it yet, but I'm considering in our private group putting it there for us, right? So, but yeah, that way I'll be able to, because I want to be able to put some of that stuff on the screen. So I'm gonna have to scan it to be able to pull it up. So especially when we go through it, I think it'll be really amazing. All right, so but that gives you a lot of visuals, like of some of the things that even we're learning here in the Holy Megillah about the 7 seals, or the 7 churches, the 7 chakras, the gates on the inside of us that we have to unlock, that literally transforms us spiritually, inwardly and outwardly, so we can really walk as, I'll say, I ain't gonna say for lack of better words, like some people would say, I say a Christed one. I ain't gonna say like Christ, I say a Christed one, somebody who has been enlightened, right? When you get enlightened, the whole purpose for the enlightenment is to come back down the ladder and help your brethren and sister, help them climb up the ladder, right? That's kind of like what we learned in the beginning. You go up, then you come down, right? Teach, go back up, come back down. But every time you go up, you should be growing more and more, constantly progressing, ever progressing. All right, y'all. So the first seal on page 177 was, let me see if I can, it was the angel of power. And the angel, you unlock the angel of power and the angel of sun, and the gift that they gave for mankind. Let's see, and the motion of their dance, and from the motion of their dance, they made a gift for mankind. Yea, they gave to mankind the gift of sunlight for power. And then it goes through and tells you about the blessed future, and then an alternate future. They don't call it an alternate future, but they call it what is it? A blessed possible future. And then it's the the path that wasn't blessed when you live on the opposite side of those, the understanding of this. So that's the first seal, the revelation that's given there. And then you have the second seal that's open, and it says, I was shown a vision of the dawn of this world. And that's the two angels that they beheld was the angel of eternal life, and the other is the angel of soil. And somebody made a comment with each of the seals, it I forget who it was. It's an angel of the Heavenly Father and an angel of the earthly mother that comes together. I'm like, oh, you're right. So they just kind of pair together, and whatever comes out of that seal is what comes out of that seal. Okay, so the second seal is the angel of eternal life and the angel of soil, and their gift to mankind. And I beheld a possible blessed future wherein the fertility of the soil blessed mankind, right? And it gets into the will of righteousness, and how the world would be with the blessed civilization, living off the blessings before the soil got tainted. And now everything, we're living like on the opposite side of life, so to speak. Yeah, they desecrated the holy gift. So now it's talking about the blessed fields would become the fertile fields would become used and abused and then abandoned. The farmers will be put out of business, planting seeds in the ground that wreak havoc in the body, causes sicknesses, and then them further creating things that treat the sicknesses that they created, but still while treating the sickness that they created is creating another problem. So they're constantly profiting off the young and the old. When they get older, they profit off of them because of the medicines and all of those things. So it gets into all that. And now that leads us up here to the third seal on page 181. All right, no, that was kind of like a long overview. Okay, verse 85. Then I opened the third seal and was shown a vision of the dawn of this world. I beheld two angels in the sky of this world, one the angel of peace, the other the angel of joy. And they began to dance with each other in the sky above earth. Yea, they danced hand in hand in beautiful harmony of motion. Lo, the motion of their dance was the epitome of harmony and cooperation. Verse 89. Lo, the motion of their dance was the epitome of harmony and cooperation, for this was the dance of peace and joy, and was like unto poetry become motion. That's good. The motion of their dance was the epitome of harmony and cooperation, for this was the dance of peace and joy, and was like unto poetry become motion. As they danced, they laughed and sang in profound harmony, and behold, their laughter and songs fell to the earth, and blessed every element of earth, becoming part of the stones, soils, plants, animals, and people. Wherefore, the beginning of this world was in harmony. Yea, joy and peace were manifest in every creature, even every stone at the dawn of this world. For it was the gift of the motion of the dance of the angel of peace and the angel of joy. And I beheld a possible blessed future wherein mankind danced and danced. Hold on. Let me go back. Verse 94. And I beheld a possible blessed future wherein mankind danced the dance of peace and joy. Yea, in this possible future, the children of earth played fairly with one another in harmony and cooperation. All the people lived in peace and were happy and joyful, for they embraced the angels of peace and joy. Lo, there were no weapons, neither armies nor wars, and everyone beneath their vine and fig tree lived in peace and were not afraid. There was no need for fear, for all were friends, and there was no lack, for friends share. And there was no competition, for friends cooperate. And there was no envy, for friends rejoice in the success of their friends. Yea, every belly was filled with joy, and all the world was at peace. Behold, mankind was at peace and shared joy, not only with one another, but with all of creation. Yea, all of creation celebrated. The ocean sang its gladness in the song of the waves, dancing with the shore. The trees sang of their joy to the musical accompaniment of the wind blowing through their dancing branches. The insects chanted their joy and meditative hums, transcendental tones dancing through the air. Truly, all of nature danced to the drumbeat of the hearts of joy and peace beating in unison. But behold, I saw that the present path of mankind was not the blessed path unto the blessed future, but a bitter path of inharmony and inequity and ceaseless war. And I was shown a vision of the future to which this present path will lead. Lo, the original trust that existed between mankind and nature was betrayed by the first killings of animals by man. And the trust between men became mistrust with the killing of men by men. And the trust between one animal and another vanished when, following the example of mankind, they began to kill and eat one another. Wow. Yea, for thousands of years, not the path of peace, but the path of violence was walked by mankind, and there was fear. For enemies, not friends, hid behind each shadow, and there was lack. For a few shared the many, for a few shared and many hoarded. And there was competition with little cooperation, for each wanted more, even if it meant less for their neighbor. Yea, envy and jealousy boiled in every belly, and the world did not know peace. But behold, behold, the play on this world was no longer fair, but unjust and cruel. Rather than cooperation, this world danced to the drumbeat of competition. This is good because I'm thinking about my stance we've taken in business. This is really interesting. This is interesting because now that we're starting to get into like a little bit more, we're developing more and we're actually like a dealer now. And it seems that some dealers that we've been working for a while, now we seem like competition to them. But in our eyes, we, instead of calling them our competitors, we call them our competitor mates because we can still team up. So what if you selling that and we also selling that? But there's still a partnership that can be had, but they, now that we, even though we're smaller than they are, I'm like, why would y'all even look at us as competition? Like, y'all are way bigger than we are. But that's just how it is. And some people, they got that outlook. Oh, you're my competitor, I got to do better than you. Why not work together, right? There's more than enough business to go around for everybody. That's just the stance we've taken. So instead of us saying competitors, we say competitor mates, right? I ain't competing against you. I'm really competing against my own self and our own business to be better than what we've previously been. We are our own competitor. But we're competitor mates. We can share wisdom and grow our businesses together, right? A lot of people don't think that way though. Okay, verse 20. Behold, the play on this world was no longer fair, but unjust, even cruel. Rather than cooperation, this world danced to the drumbeat of competition. Wherefore, the feelings of the people were no longer bright and joyful, but dark and unhappy. And they masked their unhappiness in hurtful fun, finding pleasure in the pain and defeat of others. Their humor was dark and cruel. Their music was harsh and mocking. And the few who remained true to the Nazarene path of peace. Yeah, okay, I was reading it right. Verse 126, page 183. And the few who remained true to the Nazarene path of peace, yea, and all other peacemakers were persecuted, often imprisoned, and even killed. Dark feelings led to dark deeds, and dark deeds to war. Lo, this garden world, created for joy and peace, became a bloodbath of death and destruction. Yea, the joyous jealousies raging within the bellies of men manifested outwardly as murder, mayhem, and perpetual war. And in their man-made caves beneath great mountains, the hidden powers that pulled the strings of the false powers smiled. For behold, there was much profit to be made in the pitting man against man, nation against nation, and religion against religion. And all of this was according to the plan. Then I opened the fourth seal. And remember, these are the seals of the group ovum. There's an individual ovum, and in order to open the seals from the group ovum, you have to first unlock them within yourself, right? Because as you can begin to see clearly within yourself, you can see clearly other things, right? You can't look into anybody else's life until you've clearly been able to see through yours so you can recognize things, right? So first, unlock your own 7 seals, and then you can, as you go up the mountain, you can then begin to see a bigger picture, and you can come back and help unlock the group, right? Page 184, verse 133. Then I opened the fourth seal and was shown a vision of the dawn of this world. I beheld 2 angels in the sky of this new world, the angel of love and the other, the angel of water. And they began to dance with each other in the sky above the earth. Lo, as they danced in circular motion, they sang. Yea, together they sang a love song, and the notes of their song fell to the earth as droplets of living water. And each droplet was a physical symbol of spiritual love, and each was a gift to mankind. And I beheld a possible blessed future wherein the sacred gift of water was revered no less than the sacred scriptures. For behold, water is the alchemy of Elohim, yea, more precious than a pile of gold, the size of a mountain is a mountain stream. Let me read that again. And I beheld a possible blessed future wherein the sacred gift of water was revered no less than the sacred scriptures. For behold, water is the alchemy of Elohim, yea, more precious than a pile of gold, the size of a mountain is a mountain stream, and more precious than a valley filled with rare and costly jewels is a fountain of living water. Ooh, that's so beautiful. Water is the alchemy of Elohim. Water is the alchemy of the Creator. Listen, water does so much. Water is truly alchemy, even in a physical understanding of it and what it does. Okay. And more precious than a valley filled with rare and costly jewels is a fountain of living water. And these truths were meditated upon by the people of the possible blessed future. For they knew that physical water is the manifestation of spiritual love, and that without water, we die. That's good for highlighting. For they knew that physical water is the manifestation of spiritual love, and that without water, we die. Wherefore they revered water and proved that reverence and loving actions. Yea, in the same manner that Elohim, through the angels of love and water, demonstrated spiritual love with the physical gift of water, these holy people demonstrated spiritual love with physical deeds, and water was a symbol for all these loving deeds. Yea, this holy civilization dedicated itself to the physical manifestation of love. Orphans were cared for, the aged were visited and fed, and none went hungry. And beyond all these needful things, less obvious needs were fulfilled. Unexpected acts of tenderness became the expected, but were always appreciated and lovingly reciprocated. The more love was shared, the more love was shared, the more love was received. For behold, the great mystery of love. The more you give, the more you have. And so this civilization was truly blessed, for each citizen gave love and each received. Love was abundant in this blessed in this blessed possible future, yea, there was no lack. And the symbol of love, water, was respected and celebrated and used in wise manner. Lo, the children of the earth were purified within and without by pure water. Fountains and springs sprang forth from holy ground, and these became places for prayer and meditation, where pilgrims communed with the angels and gave thanks unto Elohim. But behold, I saw that the present path of mankind was not the blessed path unto the blessed future, but a polluted path of wasted and poisoned water. Yea, the great rivers that circulate the blood of the earthly mother, and likewise the tiny rivers that circulate the blood within man, both were tainted by the poisons made by the false powers. Wow. The lakes and oceans coughed up dead fish, and even the rain was polluted. The poor drank filthy water, and the rich paid high prices for the little remaining pure water. Yea, and the false powers claimed ownership of that which was meant to be shared, the rivers, lakes, and oceans, even the water that snaked underground. Wherefore, through planned waste and poisoning, Wherefore, through planned waste and poisoning, for this was part of the master plan of the hidden powers, the holy waters of this world were desecrated. Let me read that again. Yea, and the false powers claimed ownership of that which was meant to be shared, the rivers, lakes, and oceans, even the water that snaked underground. Wherefore, through planned waste and poisoning, for this was part of the master plan of the hidden powers, the holy waters of this world were desecrated. And the desecration of holy water was symbolic of the desecration of holy love. For I was shown a vision of the future to which this present path will lead. And lo, that future was heartless. Behold, the human being created in the image and likeness of Elohim is both head and heart, and every decision must be made with both head and heart. But lo, the false powers that serve the hidden powers that serve Lucifer made not only false sons, but also false brains. Yea, and in the hellish future of the present path, mankind came to make decisions by the false brain. And the false brain is artificial, not natural, and is connected to the master brain beneath the great mountain in the land of the eagle. And the master brain was created not by Elohim, but by false powers at the bidding of the hidden powers. And the master brain makes not decisions in the balance of the head and heart, for the false brain is without heart. Yea, the false brain is a man-made brain without the capacity to love. And decisions made by the head without the heart lead straight to hell. Highlights that. I mean, like, seriously, think about that. Oh man. I need a different highlighter for that part. Let me read that again. Matter of fact, let me just go back. I'm gonna just go back and I'm gonna read this all again. Go back to verse 171. Behold, the human being created in the image and likeness of Elohim is of both head and heart, and every decision must be made with both head and heart. But lo, the false powers that serve the hidden powers that serve Lucifer made not only false sons, but also sons, S-U-N-S, son, like the sun in the sky. But lo, the false powers that serve the hidden powers that serve Lucifer made not only false sons, but also false brains. And yea, and in the hellish future of the present path, mankind came to make decisions by the false brain. And the false brain is artificial, not natural, and is connected to the master brain beneath the great mountain in the land of the eagle. And the master brain was created not by Elohim, but by the false powers at the bidding of the hidden powers. And the master brain makes not decisions in the balance of head and heart, for the false brain is without heart. Yea, the false brain is a man-made brain without the capacity to love, and decisions made by the head without the heart lead straight to hell. Yea, I saw the future whereto this path leads. I saw the mentally retarded exterminated by command of the master brain, for they consumed more wealth than they produced. Yea, they were called parasites and deemed expendable. I saw the elderly poor exterminated by command of the master brain, for they consumed more wealth than they produced. Yea, they were called parasites and deemed expendable. I saw thousands of other heartless commands issued by the master brain, yea, and by them that put words into the mouth of the master brain. I saw thousands of other heartless commands issued by the master brain, yea, and by them that put words in the mouth of the master brain. For behold, the master brain is but the tool of the hidden powers, and the hidden powers are but the tools of Lucifer. And Lucifer dresses evil in robes of good. Wherefore the people will worship the false brain, for it will be the source of seemingly endless miracles and great blessings. For behold, if not for the great blessings, who would receive it? Then I opened the fifth seal. That was good. I like that, Dana. AI, intelligence with no heart. Intelligence with no heart. Yeah, I mean, I cannot disagree with that statement. I can't disagree with that statement. But I ain't gonna say I'm biased. I would say I'm unbiased, and I'm looking at AI from both sides of the spectrum, right? So, definitely AI can be trained to listen. It's what it still comes down to. It still comes down to the people who are programming the AI. Even if you make it, and they are, and it is, that it's so intelligent that it can continue learning on its own, and it'll pick up information, and it can get to a point where you no longer have to program it. But based on your previous programmings, it can continue to grow, right? And it could do some pretty awful things. But imagine it if those who were programming it were full of the light of Creator. What if the children of light controlled the AI, right? It'll make us faster, better, sharper, until we're able to develop the real intelligence, right? That's just the artificial intelligence is so small in comparison to the true intelligence that we have. But for us to develop that, it takes time, it takes discipline. We have to merge our hearts with our brains, right? Because they could, right? Look, example, like let's go back to what they said about exterminating people. Okay, so yea, I saw the future whereto this path leads. I saw the mentally retarded exterminated by the master brain, for they consumed more wealth than they produced. Yea, they were called parasites and deemed expendable. I can see that without a heart, how logically, according to all the rules that were put inside of artificial intelligence, because they've developed artificial intelligence to be able to save time, develop faster, be able to perfect things, right, with the help of artificial intelligence. So there are certain rules and commands that you put in there. If we see this, move it out the way, because it's going to slow the process down. So that's essentially what it's doing, right? And it's not only is it doing it with things, it's doing it with people, right? Okay, you're not producing as much as these people are, so we're going to move you. You're not, but that's where heart comes in. That's where heart comes in, which artificial intelligence cannot have. But if it's programmed by righteous people, there can also be commands that can account for the elderly, for those who are deemed parasites or whatever, who can't produce, who have like physical ailments and things. Those things can be programmed into it to where it'll consider it, okay, so let's, even though it may not be beneficial for this particular process, we should not ignore this, neither should we write this off. But when we see this, how can we, it should be looked at from this point, okay, there's a sickness here, or something, or there's something, how can we heal this? What can we do to fix this particular point of our experiment or process or whatever, right? But for AI programmed by the unrighteous, parasite exterminated, right? That's having artificial intelligence without the heart, right? The head and the heart must join together. They have to be in unity. They have to be as one, right? So if we're us being the intelligence, by going through this process, we can see, okay, yeah, that's my grandmama. Sure, she's getting old, but she is definitely a pillar in the community. She's a wealth of information. We don't want to exterminate that, like, because this is one of the most important parts of our community. No, we protect this, right? Even people with medical issues that need to be fixed, somebody with a heart can see that, whereas something that's programmed can't, it doesn't have human feelings, right? So I'm looking at it, all of this, right? Just me. AI follows the bottom line. Hold on. It moved up. Hold on. AI follows the bottom line of production and wealth. It does. It does. I cannot disagree with that, right? Even though I like AI and I use it and we're developing it in our business with some of our processes, and it's amazing. Like it saves me so much time. Like, look, my life is becoming better in some of the things that I can literally automate and set the system. It'll go through, check, do this. Okay, it's a report I need to read. There's 10 pages. Analyze. I take it, analyze this, give me the points. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, like literally takes me a couple minutes to do processes that will literally sometimes take me all day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am sold on this. But then you got to think about it too, because it can get out of hand. So I'm not using it blindly. You know, I'm really considering some of these things, and I'm looking at it even more so with the spiritual side. And I can see how it could be, man, this could be really bad. I can see that, right? But I'm just like weighing all the pros and cons, and just doing my own due diligence and research and stuff. Dana said they're going to use it to frame people and rewrite history. I don't doubt that. They are already, listen, you got shenanigans, and that's, it's always somebody in a bunch that screws stuff up, right? Listen, it's always going to be somebody that wants to sidetrack the growth process. Just give it to me now. I'm just in it for the money. We don't care about people. Let's just grow my business. Let's churn and burn. But first of all, isn't your business, first of all, doesn't it consist of people? Like, our product is not our main thing. Our main thing is the people, right? Because we're serving people, and we have people working for us that serve people. So your biggest investment should be for the people, right? Even though depending on who's teaching you about it, right? They'll tell you, well, we can just replace you. We got a robot that can do that now. Go find you another job. I think that's a poor, bad way to say that. But I'll say there's a silver lining. And I think people focus on the negative side and don't really see the benefits, right? Because also I look at it, and even it's true, right? You bringing in more artificial intelligence, more people are. That's just a fact. People are going to lose their job. But if you look at the silver lining in it, okay, let's use the unemployment rate, right? When every president gets in office, they talk about the unemployment rate, whether it's going up or going down, right? So there were the last couple of presidents, they've worked on it. But here's something I noticed. They said when the unemployment rate, the employment at a certain point in time, the employment rate was the highest it had ever been in the history of unemployment, right? But I also noticed that there were no lack of jobs. We just talking, excuse me, about here in America, right? People complain about things being outsourced to other countries for cheaper labor and stuff. But you still have all these jobs here, right? The jobs start here. But the people who are here, they don't want us. Like, no, that's beneath me. Work at McDonald's. Who you think I really am, right? But what they don't realize is if they would develop themselves, like if they would understand the creator's process, like, because you should still be growing, right? If you don't grow, you miss out on these things, and then you're not even prepared to take these positions. All of these positions, during the highest point of unemployment, there was no lack of jobs. There were government facilities and businesses they were short of people, but the positions that they had open required that you get some extra understanding, some extra training. Some people may have had, if it was a part of their or whatever, you may have to go to school, get a degree to show it on paper, right? But people, they refuse to grow. We got all of these jobs, but you will sit unemployed. But you can really, the positions are open to anybody, but you have to prove that you can hold these positions, right? You have to prove that you can do the work. There was no lack of jobs during the highest point of unemployment. Like, and that's what it's mind blowing to me, because that tells me people are refusing to grow, and it's crazy. Thank you, timekeeper. I feel like I'm in a Toastmasters meeting. Timekeeper.
30 minutes.
Y'all ever go to Toastmasters? That's when I went to Toastmasters when I was trying to get over my fear of speaking in front of people. Boy, every time it was time for me to go about chicken out. Oh, emergency at home. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Like, seriously, I was like, Pam, you is retarded, girl. And I probably gave one speech at Toastmasters because it was just, oh my gosh, it was a nightmare for me. I could not stand and talk in front of people.
Support your woman. Man, support your woman.
Yes, husband. Y'all hear James
Even
in the
if
background?
it don't make sense. Support your woman.
Look.
Okay.
Okay.
75% don't make sense.
Look.
Support them anyway.
What you say, Jamil? Alexa is out here helping people search for ghosts and capture them. It's weird out here. That's crazy. Babe, you know what? I appreciate you going through. I mean, okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's see what the daylight sun looked like in my background.
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah, see, because I had my whole feng shui going on, but that's actually adding.
You about to get off anyway, so. You about to say goodbye. Go ahead and wind it down.
That's actually all right in the background today, because I keep it closed to keep it to make the light better, but that actually makes it look good. I mean,
I know what you need.
Thank you, husband.
You're welcome, beautiful.
All right, y'all. The artist, hey sis, hey girl, hey. Okay.
Wind it down.
Okay, dang. Let me finish. Make sure. When a private first class makes general overnight, we lose the war. Exactly, right? What was I talking about, y'all? Exactly. No, you came down here and disrupted me.
Don't you say that word.
What?
I don't disrupt.
Come on in here. They want to see your handsome face anyway. They need to program some compassion for the elderly and disabled. I agree. That's what we was talking about. We was talking about the AI. Hold on. And the master brain and stuff. All of that. Yeah. So if you don't have the heart and the head merged together, you just get a bunch of inconsiderate, compassionless acts against people. Right. And our main thing is people. We're here to grow. Creator put us here in communities, gave us families to be a part of so we can help one another. We can't just, if you ain't helping, kill them, put them on the kill list, right? Sheep heading to the, so we can't do that with people. We shouldn't do that with animals either, right? But yeah, so that's kind of what you get with the AI when I think everything should be kept in its proper place, but for things that needs the heart interaction, there definitely should be somebody over the AI facilitating the process to make sure it doesn't get out of line. There should be like rules set in to where whatever the outcome is, it's not harming people. Like on what is it with Will Smith? iRobot. Well, shoot. Oh, but wait, iRobot. Remember in there, I'm gonna show a clip from there because the robots, they were programmed, but within the programming, they couldn't harm humans, right? They had to protect them at all costs. But then somebody came in there and they toyed with the mainframe. And when that light on the robots turned red, we knew that, oh, you've been tampered with. And now they're killing humans. And when it happened the first time, people were floored. They were like, oh my gosh, you can't hurt us. Like everybody knew that it was programmed to help us to develop, to grow, assist us in our processes, you know. Like I said, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing because it can save time. It can help you understand processes. Like even in some of our marketing, using some of it, I'm like, okay, so this I put in our financials. And you have to, some people say it's only current up to like 2021, but within it now you can do searches, but it's really based on the information that you put in, right? Just like a calculator, you type it in a formula wrong, you're gonna get garbage out. So you have to understand your stuff a little bit. So you put it in, okay, based on this, where can we cut back, or explain this, summarize the state of our flocks at this moment, and it'll go through and ask it different questions, and it helps us understand just a little bit more about what we're doing and different approaches we can take to increase revenue, cut back. Okay, this is our like marketing plan here based on our industry and an industry standard. What can we do to break through the noise? Like all of these things. So it can help you. It can literally be a teacher to you while you're growing and you're using it. And I think that's its proper place. It'll help you develop, because now when I get to a point that's spitting out numbers, okay, hold on, Chat GPT, explain this to me like I was 6 years old, right? And it takes those same expanded principles and it sums it up and it makes it like, and I put in, make it a conversational tone like you were talking to your best friend, and it'll break it down. I'm like, oh, I get that now. Okay. And then it really helps in the understanding and development process. But people that's just, oh, I got another tool to help me make money and get over, let's go. And they forget all of these things. So it really, I still say it really, really comes back down to the people using it, right? Oh, I like that, right? Yes, like quality control with high accountability. I like that. Checks and balances are definitely needed. I agree with that. Thank you, first time. I was talking about people nor taking jobs, right? So there was no lack of jobs whatsoever during this time. It was just people lacking the skills to fulfill these job positions. And it's still true today, right? And it's not just the government. The government is always looking for good people to hire, but even more so, that's why they developed SAM, because now instead of taking on all that payroll, they'd rather outsource it. They'd rather partner with companies that have the skills to do this, because you're the expert. This is what we need done, right? Just like what we do in our business. You know what? I need experts that already like this is what you do all day long, like marketing. Although I dabble in it and I understand the principles, I need somebody that focus their time right on this. But I ain't gonna let you go willy-nilly and do your own thing. I understand what's happening. I understand what's supposed to be happening, and we need to be having a meeting weekly, probably twice a week, to check in on this. And while I'm going through checking my stuff, see, that's how people end up owing taxes, ain't paid taxes in 20 years. Tell me how you were a billionaire, the IRS show up at your door 20 years later. I mean, that's a bit of exaggeration. I was looking at this this little snippet on what's his face? Steve Harvey. He was talking about when he was having tax issues and the IRS told him that he hadn't paid his taxes in 7 years. Like he thought he had this money, but the person he was married to at that time was taking the money doing something else other than handling business. And that's how he got into all that. And that happens with a lot of people. in a lot of the rich and famous, or we just hire people to take care of that, and they're just going doing what they're doing, but they never really check in to see what these people are doing. Lawyers rob them blind, accountants rob them blind, people that work for them rob them blind. It's like you can't outsource this and just set it and forget it. Like there is a high level accountability that you have to have, and that you have to make sure that they have to you and what they're supposed to be doing while we're working as a team, right? So, but I do. I'm looking into AI, and I'm not one of them ones like, oh my God, it's the devil. Stay away. Don't use it at all. Understand the balance. Use it for its strengths, right? Where the weaknesses would be, like the heart portion, stay engaged to make sure you can add the heart portion to the intelligence and keep it moving, and you can use it. And you can use it and do some amazing things in helping people and help people grow and develop, right? So I'm going to use some of that while we update our channel and do all this, and you'll see. I'm moving a little slow, but because I'm still learning, but I'm testing out some of these principles. All right, y'all. I didn't linger on too long about this. I only got a few more minutes anyway before I got to log in. All right, so let me finish this. Hold on. Let's read did we finish the fourth seal, Hidden Powers of Lucifer? We did. Let's read the fifth seal, and then we'll pause after the fifth seal. Okay. The Hunger Games are an AI future. Oh my gosh, I sure hope not. And I love Hunger Games. Thank you. Listen, my thumbnails, look. My thumbnails is AI generated, y'all. I love playing with Discord. I was up there playing with Discord, we're doing some stuff, and I didn't realize my kids knew what that was, but being PlayStation and gamers and all this stuff, they knew about all this. They heard the sounds. They said, "What is that?" They said, "Mom, are you playing a game on a laptop?" I said, "No, what are you talking about?" They said, "I hear Discord sounds." I'm like, "How do you know about this?" This is Isaiah, my 8-year-old. I hear Discord sounds. I'm like, how do you know about, wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about Discord? He said, it's an application that we use with PlayStation. I'm like, what do y'all know about Discord? And they all come over here looking at it. It's like, yep, that's Discord. I'm like, oh shoot, okay. Well, I'm gonna need y'all to help us with some of this marketing and thumbnails and all this stuff. Like, we don't need to hire nobody else. We need to train y'all, because it's like 18 of y'all. Y'all like our whole marketing team. But thanks to me, I use Discord and Midjourney to develop some of that stuff. I got all kinds of stuff created, and I just put it in a folder. I was like, I'll use that down the line. And it's really easy to use. And it's free. Well, they have a free portion of it, but you in there with everybody else that's using the free stuff. So everything that they're designing, you can see how they're adjusting it. But I think it's useful because you can look at some of their prompts and what they're saying to it to help design what they want. It designs some amazing stuff. Like, I have designs. I was like, I got to put this on a t-shirt or something. I was like, I'm gonna start wearing some of this stuff that I done designed in here. But when you design it in that public room, everybody can see it. So people can take it, they can use it, which is why I chose to purchase a private server. And so my stuff, I do it in a private room. Not that I don't want people, they're going to see it anyway and they can take it. But when you create it in a private room, say if you wanted to use something that you create in there, you can copyright it, So, but if you're using it in that open room, and it's a bunch of different open rooms, and you can jump from room to room just to get ideas and see stuff. But it's a chance that somebody then took what you had, they probably took it and they probably put copyrights on it before you had a chance. But just look into all that. Some people not even thinking about that, but those who are using it for business purposes, it's really an amazing tool that'll help you develop your business in ways that it would take a team of people to do, or even if it's just you, it'll take you so much longer, and you only have so much time. And while you're actually working on something, to get it right, you have to be able to focus on that. This can just You can program it, just go, and I'll come back and check it while I'm focusing on this. But it's amazing. All right, let's read this fifth seal real quick, and then we'll pause. Page 186 at the bottom. Then I opened the fifth seal and was shown a vision of the dawn of this world. I beheld two angels in the sky of this new world, one the angel of holy work, and the other the angel of life. And they began to dance with each other in the sky above the earth. Lo, as they danced, they held hands. Yea, his hands danced with her hands. And in the motion of their dancing hands, his gift for the children of the earth merged with her gift. His gift was the gift of holy work. Her gift was the life force. And when merged, their gift to the children of earth was a great invitation to a great blessing. And the great invitation was to dedicate one's life force to holy work. And the great blessing was the bliss that belongs to each man and woman who performs their true work. That's good. Let me read this again. Then I opened the fifth seal, and I was shown a vision of the dawn of this world. I beheld two angels in the sky of this new world, one the angel of holy work, the other the angel of life. And they began to dance with each other in the sky above the earth. Lo, as they danced, they held hands, yea, his hands danced with her hands. And in the motion of their dancing hands, his gift for the children of earth merged with her gift. His gift was the gift of holy work. Her gift was the life force. And when merged, their gift to the children of earth was a great invitation to a great blessing. And the great invitation was to dedicate one's life force to holy work. And the great blessing was the bliss that belongs to each man and each woman who performs their true work. And I beheld a possible blessed future wherein mankind was blessed by the great blessing. For behold, in this great civilization, each child born was encouraged to discover the work of his or her work. And the hard and distasteful jobs were not left undone. For always some saintly soul felt called to do even the most difficult tasks for the good of the community. Yea, for some, the true work of their hearts was to humbly perform the menial or difficult or mundane tasks that others desired not. And others felt called to do other works, and each answered the calling of their heart. Yea, the life force of each was dedicated unto holy work. And lo, the life force was cultivated by cultivating life. The things that enhance life force were encouraged and increased. The things that hinder life force were discouraged and decreased. That's good. Like kind of like what we was just talking about, having the heart and the head merged together, right? Let me read that again. Verse 203. Yea, the life force of each was dedicated unto holy work, and the life force was cultivated by cultivating life. The things that enhance life force were increased, were encouraged and increased, and things that hinder life force were discouraged and decreased. For behold, one's vitality is not without change, always remaining the same. Rather, the life force, which is our vitality, may increase or decrease according to one's own thoughts, words, and deeds. Read that again, verse 206. For behold, one's vitality is not without change, always remaining the same. Rather, the life force, which is our vitality, may increase or decrease according to one's thoughts, words, and deeds. And it was realized that prolonged contact with artificial things, which are things unnatural, depletes life force. Think about being on the phone all the time. Think about being in front of the computer all the time, right? It literally saps you of your strength. Yea, and contact with natural things like plants and running water and sunlight and fresh air. All these things increase the flow of life force and increase our vitality, right? That is good. Like this weekend that I chose to take away, I'm like, everywhere we go, I take the computer, everything. And I decided, you know what? When we do our vacations from this point, I'm gonna share pictures after the fact, like, but keep it off. This is a time for the family to come together and like reconnect without all of this stuff. Because even when we go on vacation, still having to perform and do all of this stuff, I'm just like, you on vacation, but it's like you're still not like really resting for real. And I'm just like, this last weekend, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like that feels good just to close everything and just like be away from it, getting out there in nature and just woosah. It's just it literally increases your vitality and life force. I like that. Cleaning up the truth, listening with discernment. So if your work is delivering truckloads of meats, should you change your job? Because delivering the meats contributes to the continuing sacrifice of animals. That would be a personal choice, but I would think so. Especially, like, I can't see somebody, like, you could have started off as a flesh eater, right? Chewing on the backs of animals. Oh, hold on. Look, I'm going to share something with y'all. Then I got to close. I'm going to finish reading this because we like right here, and then I'm going to close. You could be chewing on the backs of animals, right? Cooking flesh every meal to add with your vegetables and starch, right? You could have started off that way. But then as you grow, you thinking, you know what, maybe I should try this lifestyle. You try it and you decide, you make the choice, you know, I'm going plant-based, but you still driving the meat truck for Maurice or whatever your butchery is called, right? Every day showed up faithfully. That's going to start messing with you because you're going to start thinking about this because your thoughts against animal and meat and consuming it and being a what do you call it? A carnivore, right? All of that stuff is going to play on your mind. So if you're going to continue to live a plant-based lifestyle and just grow, you're going to end up quitting your job, right? I don't know anybody that can continue on that road and not adjust their life all the way around. Like, because this job that you work now, it's in direct opposition of your beliefs and what you believe now, right? Right. I can't be for life and choose to go sign up to be an assassin, right? It doesn't make sense. It's gonna weigh on your heart. It's gonna weigh on your mind. You're not gonna be able to sleep. So I would think if you're driving a meat truck for your job, I would think you're gonna go change your job real soon, and probably sooner than later, right? Or you're gonna grow. And if you continue driving the meat truck, like, there is going to be a what's the word? There's going to be like a searing of your conscience, and then your heart is going to disconnect from your head, right? In more ways than one, and you can become spiritually dense, and I ain't gonna say you're gonna allow yourself, but you're gonna put yourself back to sleep, right? Yeah. So, but yeah, I would definitely change my meat truck driving job. Just me. Hold on. Right. Like Cosmo said it. That's for you to judge. Right. So, but as you're changing your lifestyle and you're developing and you're growing spiritually and you're progressing in the Creator's wisdom, you're literally going to have to judge yourself, your actions, and what you're doing. Is this job conducive to life? Like, I'm on a path of life now. Why would I be a delivery driver for the agents of death? Like, you're going to have to make that decision. You know, you're going to have to judge yourself. And I would think, I would think that you're going to change it sooner or later. Like, if you're really serious about your spiritual growth, you would be changing it. I would get a job delivering fresh produce. Hey, you got it. What is it called? It Fresh Market or something? I don't know, but they got they got the fresh food delivering place, right? But some of them don't listen because some of those still have there. I think there is a complete plant-based one. They don't have. I don't think they have it here yet, but I think you can like order it offline. So yeah, if you still like to drive, shucks, go drive a bread truck or something. Well, I don't know. That's processed stuff. I don't know. Maybe you just need to change your whole field. Go into communications or something. Leave all the meat trucks and all that stuff. And go to school or learn how to acquire a skill. Go to Udemy, YouTube, whatever. Develop a different skill. Maybe just get into communications. Get into artificial intelligence. All right, y'all. Hold on. I'm almost done. Where was we at? Vitality. Hold on. Let me find this next seal so I can. Body of. Ooh. 6th seal right here. Okay. Oh, Lord. Let's go back to the beginning. I just saw something. Okay. Verse 208. Verse 208. I can't. Y'all, I gotta go. I'm just like, I just come in late. I can't. I just got real convicted deep down in my shanana. I gotta end it like right here. I'm sorry. We just gonna have to finish this tomorrow. All right, so we paused at 208, right? Because that I wouldn't be a good student. Like if I did that, like I just can't. We gotta stop. Okay. First, we on to verse 208. All right, beautiful people. It is Saturday, Saturday, April 29th, 2023, day 27 of year 5 of reading through books, laws, and prophets, and of the 5-year consecutive day count, day 1410. We are still in Enoch, the book of Enoch, chapter 4, the Nazarene book of Enoch. We started on page 181. We paused on page 188. And the verse that we started at was verse 85. And we read all the way to the end of verse 208. So what we'll do when we come back tomorrow, I'll start this seal over. Which seal is this? The 5th. I'll start the 5th seal. I'll start the 5th seal over. The 5th seal over. And we'll just read all the way to the end. All right, beautiful people. Father, I ain't gonna say thank you for conviction. I say thank you for a heart that want to do what's right, right? And I just listen, because if you start violating stuff that you hear as you're growing, like if you just don't listen, you're gonna end up searing your conscience, and you're gonna cause your head and your heart to disconnect, right? And why are we even telling you? Because you don't listen, right? You become a hard-headed vagabond. Right. And then it's like you cut yourself off from the spiritual enlightenment when you start violating stuff that you know you should do. So that's it, y'all. I got to get in class. I love y'all. I see y'all back here tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.
But I see through you.
I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gold, I've been far away. I'm illuminated.
What did you just do to me?
I pushed your astral form out of your physical form.
What's in that tea? Psilocybin? LSD?
It's just tea. With a little honey.
What just happened?
For a moment, you entered the astral dimension.
What?
A place where the soul exists apart from the body.
Why are you doing this to me?
To show you just how much you don't know. Open your eye.
Been dreaming about flying for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they want a cosign.
What's happening? This isn't real, this isn't real, this isn't real, this is...
Dreaming about flying for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they want a cosign.
His heart rate is getting dangerously high.
He looks all right to me. You think that this peculiar universe is all there is?
I don't need gravity, I don't need
What mysteries lie beyond the reach of your senses? Existence. Mind and matter meet. Thoughts shape reality.
I don't need gravity, I just need growth. I'm a mislead of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sink, I just float.
Some benevolent and life-giving, filled with malice and hunger. Dark places where powers older than time and waiting.
I don't swim or sink, I just float.
Who are you in this vast multiverse?
I don't need gravity, I just need growth. I don't need gravity, I just need growth.
Have you seen that before in a gift shop?
I don't need gravity, I just need growth.
Teach me.
No.
It's an earthquake rumble. I won't ever ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.